beers all night long, listening to those devil sounds. Beers and booze, so I sing. Rocky rebels, come to me. We will have some fun tonight. Drinking, stewing, that's alright. Giving all the best you got. Bring another morning slot.
Hello, and welcome to a very special Thor's Hammer, brought to you by fans.com. I'm Viking Bob, and as normal, I'm sitting in my basement, but tonight I have a very special drink. It is called a Winter Fireball Martini. Let's try something new this week. Tonight, we have a very special guest who we will introduce real quick. And Mike Olson cannot be with us this evening, but I still have George Volk and OBM. OBM, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing excellent. I just got home from my son's hockey practice, and I'm drinking an ice-cold water this fine evening. Ice-cold water.
I hope you're not driving.
I'm definitely not driving. Absolutely not. There's no way you drink and drive after having ice-cold water. That'd be a no-no.
Nice. George Volk, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good tonight. Same stuff, different day. Living back here in the man cave in the garage, and drinking a good old fancy Miller Lite here. So tip-top stuff over here. I'm feeling rich. I'm feeling really rich.
Well, you should be with those things. I mean, aren't you getting free jackets still with those things? All right. At this time, we want to introduce our very special guest, our sweet Skull sister from the board. It is Arizona Bikes Gal, Sassy LaShonda. Pick one. How are you?
I'm doing great, Bob. Thank you much.
What are you drinking tonight with us?
Tonight it's a Dos Equis with lime and a Pepsi beside it, just because I'm not much of a beer drinker, really.
The Secchi's a good beers. The dark one or the light one?
The light one.
All right. So there is our gang for this evening. And, we're all down in the dumps. And last week I was driving the bandwagon. Well, let me tell you, last Sunday at halftime, I was getting really, really drunk. I drove that bandwagon, and I crashed it, and it burned over a cliff. Screw that. What a horrible game that was. Words can't even describe how bad it was, but I will say this. I did say that last week, that this is by far the worst matchup on paper, but I didn't think it was going to be that bad, but that was horrible. George Volk, your thoughts?
The game is disgusting, Bob. I was getting ready to jump under the wheels of that bandwagon last week. It was bringing me back. I was itching me forward, and I was kind of hoping the thing would stop real quick so it could slide under and you roll over me. But it reminded me a lot of the 41 game against the Giants. It was so bad that I really don't want to talk about it tonight.
Good enough for me. OBM, your thoughts?
Well, like TV said, I mean, he pretty much summed it up. It brought back a lot of bad memories, and for me, too, it brought back memories of that 41 donut years ago. And there's not a lot to say. I mean, it was a rough game, and about everything that could go wrong did go wrong. So just got to move past that, refocus. It's a short week, and hopefully we'll rebound here.
All righty. Sass, give us your thoughts on that game.
No. I don't want to talk about that game. It's in the past. We'll leave it in the past.
All right, good enough for me. All right, before we roll on to the upcoming game tomorrow night, being a short week, let's talk a bit to Sass and get to know her. So, Sassy, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I don't know really where to start. Born in Minneapolis, Burnsville. Moved out to Arizona, a long, long, long time ago. My love of...
You weren't gold, were you?
I'm sorry, what?
You weren't panning for gold, were you?
No.
No. You're not that old then.
Not quite that old, but pretty close. No, took my love of the Vikings and fishing and moved out here and just been a Vikings fan ever since. Seen every Vikings game up in Phoenix and have had a lot of fun at them. Most of the time I come away happy, but there have been some letdowns. I think the best one was probably in 2008 when Tarverse Jackson threw for the 4 touchdowns and we spanked Arizona. It was wonderful. Jared Allen below us, his first look was of dismay, and then he grinned from ear to ear and started encouraging us, and we just totally rocked that stadium. Oh, yeah, were you there for that?
I was actually at that game, and that game was awesome. remember that well too. I think Rivera threw like a 60-yard touchdown. I don't know if that was Varian or who got that one, but yeah, we pretty much kicked our asses up and down the field. It was an awesome game.
It was, and then the next year we go back with Favre, and Jesus Christ, again, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I was at that game as well, unfortunately. That one did not go so well. That's the game, I believe, where Aaron Henderson snapped his leg, isn't it?
Yep. EJ Henderson.
EJ, sorry. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that game, that was ugly, but, you know, that was one of those games you look back on and you go, how did we go from so good to so bad so quick, you know?
Yeah, well, I'm hoping we go just the opposite from last week to this week, so I'm hoping we see... Yeah.
Oh, if we get blown out tomorrow night, we'll be saying the same thing. How do we go from so bad from being so good?
We are not getting blown out tomorrow night, Bob.
All right. I will be praying in front of my TV tomorrow night. Maybe I'll stop building that bandwagon again. Maybe. I doubt it, though, but...
No. Good vibes, Bob. Good vibes from Arizona this week. Good vibes. That's all we need, you know. Out of the game, we win. It was a kick-ass game. We're going to go to the game tomorrow. And you know what? Good vibes. Good vibes, brother. And just get your duct tape up, put the bandwagon back together.
I will be watching the game tomorrow night. And, you know, hopefully I get to watch more than the first half before I want to break my TV. TV is expensive.
Yeah,
I'm going to be stuck up there. What happens if we have a crappy game and I'm stuck up there? No, we're going to do good. They're going to rock it for me.
Well, you're at the game tailgating and drinking, so no matter what, you'll have fun.
No, I can't drink though because I got a 2-hour drive ahead of me.
And?
Yeah.
I don't want to meet Officer Bob on the way home.
Find Sheriff Joe. He'll give you a ride.
You know what, Seth? The good news is you'll have about 3 hours after you stop drinking to sober up. So, yes, you can drink, but just quick, when you go in the stadium, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I mean, Kansas City's no big deal anyway. I've heard it's really nice.
We'll be good. It's all good. You're buying me a beer tomorrow, right, OBM?
Absolutely, I'm buying you a beer. Absolutely.
All right.
For people listening at home, we have 2 Arizona people who will be at the game tomorrow night, and they will be looking to tailgate together and having some fun. So, everybody at home, we expect some pictures out of you guys and some updates for the next show.
I think we can handle that. What do you think, Seth?
I think we can. Don't expect anything from my cell phone, though, during the game. I still have a phone, for Christ's sake, so I'll take my daughter's camera up. We'll be good.
Nice.
Yeah, make sure your daughter's taking these pictures from where you're at and pictures of any tailgate you're at. And if you get a picture of OBM crying, that'd be even better.
Yeah.
Why would he be crying?
That's OBM we're talking about here. Yeah, he's known to cry from time to time.
I want to hear that laugh live tomorrow.
You know, I might be crying in a fetal position if we get spanked like we did last week. I can't lie.
All right, so from here, we've talked about the debacle. We are talking about tailgating tomorrow night. We have met Sassy, and she told us a little bit about herself and her having fun going to the game tomorrow night and possibly meeting OBM for a couple of beers in the tailgate. Good for her and him. So let's talk about this game coming up tomorrow night. We'll let a guest go first. Break the game down for us. No pressure.
Oh, God, no pressure at all, considering how many guys are out on defense. 4 starters out on defense?
Yeah.
I have no idea how we're going to do it, but we are going to do it. I just keep likening it back to that 2008 game, and, you know, stranger things have happened. I was convinced we were leaving, we were going to lose until I found out I had tickets to the game. And it's like all of a sudden, I'm convinced we're going to win, and I truly, honestly believe that we will find a way to do this. We will not be embarrassed, at least. What do you think about that?
Right. OBM, you're your next Arizona person.
You know, this is one of those games on paper you look at and you expect the Vikings to lose. It's kind of like, it seems like the Vikings are always that team that we look at on paper and you look at the games we should win and we lose them. Well, maybe we'll get lucky here because on paper this looks like we're going to get destroyed maybe someone's going to step up and have a big game. I don't know who it's going to be, but maybe we just get some play out of, a couple of these guys who have not played much this year. They're going to be fresh. So on paper, yeah, it looks like we're going to lose. We're missing arguably our three best players on defense, I would say. So it's going to take something crazy and special to happen, but maybe we pull this thing off like Seth said. That's my hope. I'll be there. Snaps will be there. I'll be drunk. Snaps will be driving, but we're still going to have a great time. Seth, I got to ask you, what jersey are you going to be wearing? And please tell me it's in better condition than Pop's jersey was.
It's in a little better condition. I'm going to be probably sporting the 93 John Randall. I'm thinking maybe I should take up my Warren Moon, too, just to switch out.
Nice. And you know what? If Teddy plays terrible in the first half, we can call Warren. I have his number. We'll call him. Maybe he can show up for the second half.
There you go.
Well, he did say he wished he had more time playing with us. So, it could be his chance.
I absolutely love Warren Moon.
Yeah, he was a great quarterback.
Yes, he was.
Georgia Vikings, throw your 2 cents in for this game tomorrow night.
This is going to be a debacle, complete debacle tomorrow.
Hey, Georgia.
Yes.
Green Bay sucks.
Green Bay sucks. Nobody can beat Green. Green Bay sucks. They're not going to beat anybody for the rest of the year. This game tomorrow is going to be a cluster. Carson Palmer is going to blow us up. Their defense is going to blow us up. I have a feeling that this game is going to be even worse than the Seattle game. It's not that I've lost confidence. I shouldn't say that, but right now I'm at the point where our defense is so banged up. Our offense hasn't shown anything. We're a claptrap on offense, and it's going to be bad. It's going to be really, really bad tomorrow.
Hey, here's my 2 cents. Because WWE, NFL, wants to keep entertainment value high, if Arizona wins tomorrow, they basically have wrapped up the number 2 seed, with Carolina taking the number 1. Somehow, the Vikings have a chance to win this, only because of my conspiracy theory, and because they want to bring Arizona back down to the pack with Vikings and Green Bay, and make the game against Green Bay on Week 17 that much more important. That's a conspiracy theory in me. Reality, we ain't got a prayer. We're missing 3 starters. Both safeties are out. Both starting safeties, Smith and Sendejo, and their backups are both out. So, OBM, suit up. You're there. Christ, go play safety.
Are you guys forgetting about our line, though? Come on, we got some guys on the line that are going to get to Palmer. It's time. The sacks are coming. He's going down tomorrow.
Dude, are they going to be taken away like they were from Brian last week? Every time he went there and blew up the quarterback, he got robbed. 3-4 times last week? I know. I was going to call Pops last week and offer to buy him, a drink and tell him to come off his diet just due to the fact that Brian was getting screwed so hard. I was going to send Brian morphine. It was ridiculous. And this week, we're missing Lane Ball again this week on the line. We're missing Ballroom losing again this week, and we're also losing Smith.
Harrison.
Yeah, and Harrison. It's right now. This is an X-rated movie with no lube. That's what's happening this week.
Never heard it quite put that way, but I'm not getting the visual. No, thank God.
I'm just calling it like it is. It's like, trust me. I hope I'm wrong, but trust me. If I am wrong, I will buy each one of you a 6-pack of something cheap. $10 a piece. If I'm wrong this week.
All right, we're going to hold you to it.
That's right. Anyone want to take any bets the opposite way? It's getting pretty quiet in here, Bob.
No, I think Arizona's going to win. If I was betting the house, I would put on Arizona. I hate saying that. It pains me to say it. But I consider myself somewhat knowledgeable in the game. Somewhat. But I'm still trying to be a homer, as we are doing this for a Vikings fan podcast. But yeah, I can't make a fool of myself and say, oh, yeah, the Vikings are going to win by 400. You know.
Oh, why the hell not, Bob?
Super Bowl homeboy.
Because then I have no credibility, you know. Not that I have much to begin with, but it's reality is reality, and trying to be the homer is fun sometimes. No different than GV. We're going to lose 41-10 every week. It's a shtick. It's a good, fun shtick. But we're getting down to the end of the season. Now it's real. With the injuries we have on defense and our one-dimensional offense. But I will throw this out there. I did hear that a lot of the players on offense were quite unhappy in the locker room. They weren't pointing fingers at anybody, but they were quite upset that the way that the offense is being run. So two things will happen from that. They will either implode and really suck, or the opposite will happen, and this team will gel together and put up 45 points. Let's hope for that one.
Yeah, I hope for that one.
I'm not commenting on it, Bob. Adrian was pointing fingers, and that's pretty obvious where Adrian is pointing his fingers at. I think he should really shut his mouth right now. I love the Vikings like Adrian's done this year, but for him to come up with a statement like that and blame it on coaching, maybe he's forgot the last 12 months of life, what's going on, and people then back away from him or point fingers at him. So maybe we should give a little respect back to this team.
Well, you won't hear me disagree with you on that one. You know, respect is two-way street. It's earned, and then it's given.
Yeah, it's his attitude this past week. I love Adrian Peterson. I don't like some of the things he's done, but him calling out coaches, that's something you do behind the scenes. You don't do it in public, and you don't reiterate those comments later in the week when you have a Thursday night game. He should right now just shut up, Adrian. Shut up.
Agreed.
All right, so this time let's take some picks. We will let our very special guest go first.
Well, I'm going to take Minnesota over Arizona, and that is going to be the upset of the week. Let's go with 37-34 Vikings.
Double dipping? What the F?
Hey,
double dipping?
Why waste space?
We need you on every week, Sassy. We need you on every week. I don't think
that's going to happen.
Oh, come on, you having fun?
Yeah, not bad.
All right, let the next Arizona guy go now.
All right, Vikings Cardinals this week. We've all looked at the game. It looks like it's going to be, on paper again. It looks like it's going to be ugly, missing all those starters. You look at the stats. I mean, we gave up a ton of yards last week. I think about 180 yards rushing, ton of yards passing. Wilson basically had his way with our defense last week. I think this week we're Carson Palmer, he's second in the league in touchdown passes, which that really surprised me. He's got a 106.3 quarterback rating. However, the silver lining in all of this is the Vikings, the last three times they've played the Cardinals, are 3-0. So there is a positive in all this. We won our last three against Arizona. So this week I will say that Arizona is going to win. Not going to be as ugly as we think. We're going to rebound. We're going to play hard, which I think is going to lead to good things down the stretch of the season for the Vikings. I got the Cardinals winning 27-21. 27-21.
All right, Georgia Vike.
Man, I'm not even kidding this week. Last week, we were getting the stats. 173 we allowed for rushing. We rushed for 31 yards. Okay, that's against Seattle. They're playing a lot better. This week, we are so beat up right now. In Arizona, even with the healthy defense, I thought this would be a bad game for us. I know we go on to Arizona, and we will some games at times. You usually do pretty well against them, but except for the Tyrone Poole thing a few years back. I know that call, but it's this. I think this week Arizona beats that ass 48-7.
Ouch.
Ouch. Ouch.
I'm just being honest. You know what? You guys want me to pick against the Vikings? You know what? I do it. This week, I truly believe it, so maybe they'll win this week, and I'll look like a fool, which would I'd gladly accept.
Oh, me too.
Well, My pick is I'm giving them a slight chance, but I think they're going to lose 27-17.
You think it's going to be that close, Bob?
I think because it's Thursday night game, the referees favor us a penalty here and there and keep it close for us. You know me. Conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, we're past so well this week, brother. I love you, man, but we're yeah. Just take your time with that duct tape in the bandwagon thing, all right? Just take your time.
Come on, Vince McMahon, Roger Goodell wants, entertainment value.
Him and Vince should get together and plan, like as George Bush would say, some strategery and figure what the hell's going on.
Yeah, we've all watched football. Most of us watch more than just the Vikings game, and we've seen it's been going on. Vikings, Packers. Pats got screwed by the Broncos. I'm glad. Who's the one? The Lions got screwed by the Packers. And the Zebras just fixed the games. To me, it's the entertainment value of the WWE. Sass, your thoughts?
Well, what are we talking about?
Anything you want.
Anything I want. Oh, well, let's see. I lost my Vikings purse today, but I found it, so I'm ready to go to the game, and I colored my hair, so I'm ready for that. Oh, you want to talk about football? Let's see here.
Hey, I got to ask you a question about the purse. Is that a weapon with all that steel on that thing?
Isn't that thing cool?
Is that like a Viking shank for the game?
What's really cool is the latch thing is like a bottle top, too. I figured you'd appreciate that, Jordan, if I could.
I do. I really do.
Now I want one.
It's awesome. Officiating is it's gotten ridiculous. It's changing outcomes of games. No, we did not lose that game last week due to officiating, but there is no doubt in my mind that momentum shifts happen. That crap with Robinson was a major turning point in that game. So I don't know how to fix it. I'm afraid we're looking at doing away with the sport completely as we know it. I can see us going flag football in another 10, 15 years, to be honest with you.
Who predicted about a year ago said that the NFL be gone? Like a year or two ago, someone said the NFL be gone in 15 years.
Oh, I don't think it'll be gone. It'll just be altered.
What was that, OBM?
Yeah, I said that. I said it for a couple of years now. The NFL, the way they're going, who's going to be watching this stuff even 5 years from now? I mean, it just seems to be getting worse and worse and worse, and fans are getting sick of it. So where's it going to be in 5, 10, 15 years? I don't know. It might not be around.
I think it was Mark Cuban who said that the NFL is going to implode itself.
Yeah, he said it as well. I think
they'll have to blow it up and start all over.
I believe they are. Sass, I'm with you on that. I think they are, and I think that it's going to be like a whole new league. Won't be the NFL because there's so many lawsuits coming up. I think it's getting too big for itself. They're trying to make too much money too quick and bring in too many people that it will implode.
Well, I just laugh. I always say it's about the players' safety, and then they play a Thursday game 4 days after playing on Sunday. Where's the safety in that?
There is no safety in that. It's all about the cash revenue, and they're trying to make more revenue. And I hate Thursday night games. I hate Sunday night games. I actually hate Monday night games. I really do. So play them all on Sunday, 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, whatever. Whoever's traveling wherever, you can get used to it. Fine. I travel all over this country. Trust me. I'll leave Atlanta at 5 a.m, get up to Washington, at 7 a.m, with the time difference in the flying and all that. I still go to work. I'm not still going, oh man, I'm screwed up for days. No, you go to work.
Can we also 86 the games in London, please?
Yeah, God, I hope so.
Ridiculous. We talked about this a couple weeks ago, saying how long until we start reviewing almost everything. And that Robertson play last week, like Sass mentioned, I mean, that's a play. If we had been able to challenge that and have it reviewed, there's no way they don't pick up that flag. I mean, no way. So
he got screwed 3 times in that game for BS calls. Every time Robinson got next to a quarterback, it was a flag was thrown. If I was him, I would have been popping Prozac like Tic Tacs.
So I have a question for you guys.
Sure.
Do you think the officials will like Carson Palmer as much as like Russell Wilson?
Trust me, they're putting on the ballistics right now.
Wow. Yeah,
So
I have to agree there. I think Carson Palmer's going to get, and it's funny, you look back to that Favre game against the Saints, all the crap they pulled, and they threw, one flag the entire game, I think, on the Saints, and, the Vikings just seem to get destroyed in the stick. It doesn't matter what year it is, who the coach is, who the player is. I mean, Favre got beaten up like a rag doll. I think they threw one flag the entire game. If Russell Wilson gets that, that is absolutely ridiculous. And there were other calls. We won't go into them all, but there's no doubt in my mind that Sass is right. That game at halftime should have been 10-0 at the worst, at the absolute worst. Realistically, probably 7-0. So it changed everything in that entire game, everything. So, yeah, I think we've got some real serious internal issues with the NFL. I mean, there's a lot of red flags going up right now, especially with the officiating. It's just like every week you're seeing a game, and the NFL's coming out and apologizing like every other week, saying, "Oh yeah, we missed it. Oh yeah, we missed it. Oh yeah, we missed it." It's like, okay, that's great, you missed it, but what's that do for the team? Nothing. It's still a loss for the team.
It gets coaches fired. That's what it does. It fires. These refs comes back, they have no accountability. It's like, oh yeah, we screwed that up. But you know what? How many coaches and assistant coaches and players and everything are getting fired because these guys screwing up calls? Yeah, screw them. I want them to be just as accountable as every other coach is or every other player is. Screw it with the refs. I've had it with the refs.
Well, teams that get screwed get letters from the NFL, so that's always a good thing.
Yeah, Dear John letters. That's all they are. It's all pillow talk that we've talked about before. Screw them.
What if they started fining these guys or make it so an official blows the call? I mean, just something terrible, like that Roberson call. Maybe make them sit out the next week or fine them or something like that. Maybe then we won't see. I mean, there was one point last week where I think they threw like 4 flags in a row. I mean, at some point you just got to let them play. I get it if it's a blatant penalty, but even some of the pass interference calls that we've been seeing have been real ticky-tack. I mean, Xavier Rhodes gets screwed once a week on a pass interference call, it seems. I mean, it's ridiculous. So maybe if you start holding refs accountable for some of these horseshit penalties they're calling, maybe they'll keep the flag in their pocket and not be so quick to throw the flag out. What do you think, Sap?
Yeah, it would be a good thing. It's time to start holding them accountable. The fans are getting screwed left and right. I know we don't matter much in the NFL, but we are their money. We're their bread and butter. So they better start thinking about us too.
I have a resolution for this whole thing, and they need to combine the NFLPA and the Referees Association. Combine those two together. Combine them, make them one union. Because you know what? Until they do that, they're not going to care about player safety. They're not going to care about penalties. It's not. Not going to combine them. They start canning people's asses and holding them accountable. Nothing's going to happen.
I like it, George Vike.
Hey, stop thinking so hard in the show.
Have another beer.
Yeah, I know. I'll be Einstein here in a minute. Hang on.
Do a shot. Do a shot.
No, you know me.
All right. Let me throw a question at for you. Watching what we see on TV, the past couple of games and the debacles that we're seeing, Green Bay game, Seattle game, is Teddy the answer? I keep hearing people saying receivers are getting open and he's just holding the ball too long. What I see on TV is, yeah, he's holding the ball too long. I don't see the receivers being open, though, because my TV shows me what the camera's on.
Okay, being at the game this year, watching the receivers, I like to watch the formations, watch how things are playing out. I got confirmation from a member of our board this week. He's at the Vikings game this week in Seattle. The receivers are open. He's unleashing the ball. I'm wondering what the hell it is. It's the offensive line sucks, as we know it, but he doesn't need 5-6 seconds. If he doesn't get rid of that ball in 2.2 seconds, he'll never do anything. You look at the good ones like the Brady's, you look at Manning, when he was doing well, they get rid of the ball quickly and have confidence in the ball that they're throwing. I don't care if it's a deep pass, a short pass, intermittent pass. He's got to get rid of that ball, see this guy have confidence and throw the ball. The receivers get open. You can see the guys over the top. You know what's happening here, but he needs to get the ball and have confidence in doing it. And nothing against Peterson, I think there is something to it. When last year, when Adrian Peterson was out and Teddy was getting, comfortable back there, he was starting to do well. Now that we're handing the ball off, I think it's hurting us more than not. So, but I think Teddy needs to get rid of the ball quicker, and it's more on Teddy right now than it is the offensive line. Because the offensive line gave him plenty of opportunities to get rid of that ball.
All right, so you see the answer.
Yes, I still think he is. I think he is. He's a second-year guy. People got tape on him now. They can, they're reviewing it. Look over that every weekly. They can see how to defend him. But I think him personally, he just needs to grow as a quarterback. It's not going to happen overnight. I have confidence in him. So I still think he's the answer. He's a smart kid. He's got a good head on his shoulders, and you know what? He's still gum. He's still good under massive pressure. He's good.
Hey, Teddy. Someone said it on the site this week. Someone posted, and there was a big discussion about his, 7-step drops and whatever, 5-step drops and blah, blah, blah. But the bottom line is some of this, again, has to go back to North Turner, in my opinion. We're still way too predictable on offense. I mean, I think someone stated that we threw the ball on first down. I mean, once we got down, we probably did it a little more, but we're just, we're running the ball. I think we're just a little too predictable, so we need to change that up. Yeah, the offensive line did not play that well the last couple of weeks. I mean, last week it was pretty ugly, but Teddy, they got to find a way to get rid of the ball. And they've got to start throwing these quick slants or quick screens, bubble screens, reverses. I don't know what they got to do, but they've got to make, they can't do these 7-step drops. I mean, with that offensive line, 2 guys out, 2 starters out, you can't drop back and expect to have 3, 4, 5 seconds to throw the football. It's just not going to happen. So if they try to do that this week against Arizona, I'll tell you right now, Teddy might not make it through that game. It'll be a rough outing for him. So I'm not going to put the whole thing on Teddy. Some of this has to go towards the coaching staff and game planning and making some adjustments during the game. And right now, early in the season, we saw those adjustments. Right now, this will be a good game to judge and look at them and see if they made some adjustments from last week's game to this week's game, because they really need to get rid of the ball quicker. But again, can we blame it all on Teddy? No. Can we blame it, part of it on Teddy? Yeah. I mean, there are times that he has held the ball a little longer and he should have, obviously. And I think I would disagree. I know there's been times that pass to Stephon Diggs last week, he was open. He had a step on the guy. That's open in the NFL. Step and a half. And Teddy overthrew him. I mean, I think it's definitely, we talked about this, it's an issue with him throwing the ball anything over 15, 20 yards. You cringe. You worry. So he needs to work. I think he needs to really spend the off season with someone who can get him to be a little bit more accurate down the field. Because let's be honest, I mean, what team isn't going to put 8-9 in the box right now with Teddy back there? I was. If I'm Bruce Arians tomorrow, I'd load it up and say, all right, let's see Teddy beat up. So we're going to have to make some adjustments, I think.
Sass, same question to you.
I watch football different than you guys. I don't see the X's and the O's, and I don't see if that guy's open or this guy's open, or if he's taking too long, if he's holding the ball too long. I don't watch that. I watch for enjoyment. I don't break down a game. I don't analyze a game. So I really can't answer that. I'll know a little more when I watch him live tomorrow, of course, because television doesn't give you all those answers. I think that he can be the guy. I am old school. I think Teddy and most quarterbacks coming into the NFL right now would benefit from time on a bench, like the almighty Aaron Rodgers had behind Favre. I think they're getting thrown in, and it's either sink or swim. Some thrive. Look at Ben Roethlisberger. I mean, Russell Wilson. These guys are phenomenal. But then you look at people like Kaepernick and Ponder. I'm sorry. He had some things that could have worked. I think he would have benefited from sitting. Honestly, I think
he is now.
Yeah, he's sitting now. I do believe, though, that Teddy has got what it takes. I think fans need to have a little patience, which most do. I don't think our line is helping, although, 2, 3, 4 weeks ago, we were all praising them. this makeshift group, they were doing phenomenal for him. So I don't know what's happened between now and then. I don't know how to analyze that stuff like you guys do. I think Teddy is going to be a very good quarterback in the NFL. I just hope we have the patience to stick with him before we start screaming for, oh God, not Sean Hill.
Oh, no, I don't think we'll be doing that.
That ain't happening. That ain't Sean Hill. No, it'll be for Heineke.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Grab a Heineke.
Yeah, grab a. I'm drinking that crap. Yeah.
Says the guy who drinks Miller Lite.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll drink that over the Heineken. I'll tell you that.
At this time, let's move on to our upsets of the week. Sass, do you see the games this week coming up?
I already gave mine. Mine is Minnesota over Arizona.
Who wants to go next?
Go ahead, TV. Let's hear it.
Oh my goodness! All right. Man, you guys throw me in a thing like this. There's a couple of games I'm looking at this week, and there's two of them I don't want to take either one, but I'm going to take one of the two of them, and I'm actually going to take the Texans over the Patriots this week. I think New England's screwed with the lack of offensive weapons. I think the Houston defense is just too good. So I'm going the Texans over the Patriots.
I like it.
Wow.
Like it too. All right, OBM, you go last this week because you had the big one last week. You had the big win, so you get to go last. That's the rules.
Yep. All right.
This week, I am taking the Steelers over the Bengals.
I think that's a good Bob. Pittsburgh needs wins bad to get in the playoffs, so that's a good pick. I like it.
Don likes that one too.
I'm sure he does. Tough division.
My neighbor's a Steelers fan. His flag's on the front of his house right now. I wish you could go take a picture of it for all you guys. But
we don't need to see it. Okay then, OBM.
I think that's a good pick too, Bob. I like it. You know what, this week?
Thank you, sir.
I am going to go with, are you ready for this one? Dallas over Green Bay.
Oh, I hope so.
That's what we're all hoping for. So, yeah, I got to make that pick. Dallas at Green Bay, Lambeau Field. Thanks for playing Aaron Rodgers. You're going to get schooled by Max Apple.
Did you buy a new crack pipe this week?
Wait,
No, I used the same one last week that I used when I took the Eagles over the Patriots. I'm hoping it does the trick again this week.
You are freebasing something. I want to know what it is because you got to send this stuff out east, man. That is, I will guarantee now that is not happening. If it does, I will kiss your ass on this show 1 week from now saying how great you are.
You know what? I'm glad you said that, and we have it on record now, GB, because prepare to kiss ass. It's happening.
I'm starting to get a little sick right now, so I might not be able to make it next week.
You know what? Just think about this. Green Bay could have easily lost, besides the miracle, 5 of 6. They are still not who everyone thought they were at the beginning of the year when they were 6-0. So
Dallas sucks. Dallas sucks.
I agree. Dallas sucks. But let's go back to the conspiracy theory. Dallas is America's team. Dallas is one game out of the division lead. What do you think is going to happen here, GV? Are we starting to add it up? Yes. Dallas is going to beat Green Bay this week.
No. Pop's even started the Vikings, the country's team that today. But with oh my God, Dallas is so bad. They're so bad. It's
Georgia.
Georgia. Green Bay sucks. No,
Thank you.
They'll never win any game again. Green Bay sucks.
So what you're saying here, GB, is you're saying there's a chance.
Absolutely. No one will ever lose to Green Bay.
Warning, Will Robinson.
I just want to shoot myself in the head right now for even saying that. My God.
So
God.
nobody's going to take Atlanta over Carolina?
I would.
I thought about it, but
I thought that was my second one, to be honest with you. But Carolina's defense is so good. It is really that good. Cam Newton's getting a lot more credit than he deserves. I like Cam Newton as a football player. I hate him as a person. As we call him here, it's Scam Newton. He's from the area. He's from like 10 miles from where I live. But the Falcons suck, man. They they hit the cliff and just fell straight off it. They jumped right off it. And so I have no confidence in the Falcons. 0.
Well, let me ask you guys something. Just switching gears here. We've all made our picks, but you realize the Panthers, 2 of their last 4 are against the Falcons. So let me ask you this. They got the Falcons, Giants at New York, Falcons at Atlanta, and then the Buccaneers in Carolina. Are they gonna go
Yes.
undefeated?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, they are. 16-0.
So they play the Giants in New York?
They played the Giants in New York after. They got the Falcons this week in Carolina.
New York beats them.
At New York.
New York
Yeah,
beats
that's
them.
what I think, too. I agree. I think New York's going to beat them.
I'll give you a 50-50 in that one, but
New York's that team that has the matchup against certain teams. Like they always play the Patriots so damn close. And they actually have a winning record against them.
well, confident to coach against Belichick, with Belichick, so I understand that logic there. The Giants have looked terrible as well.
Yeah, but the Giants, I just heard this morning. What are they? They're 5-8, but they've lost 5 of those games in the last minute 14. I mean, they could be 10-2 if they would play for 60 minutes instead of 58 minutes and whatever 45 seconds. I mean, they literally are one of those teams that you look at them and they don't have much of a running game, but they've still got Beckham, they've still got Manny. I think, I'm not saying they're great or anything, but I think Carolina, I think it'd be good for them to lose, first of all. And second of all, you look at that schedule. I mean, the Falcons play Buccaneers and Giants. I mean, if they don't lose to the Giants, yeah, I think they're going 16-0.
I just can't. It's even right now they're playing that disease division right now that they're playing in. And the Giants, they come up with the games they should come out against, but I don't know, Carolina. Yeah, maybe Carolina's at the point where, as Pat Curran was saying tonight, that these guys, it might get bad for Carolina. If these guys get their foot off the pedal, it's over for them. You got to keep it on. So I think they're going to beat the Giants.
Well, as fans, we get to sit back and watch.
And drink and just talk, crap out of our rear end. Yeah.
So do it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Anybody have anything else?
Nope.
Oh.
That's about it, except watch out tomorrow night, Arizona.
All right, everyone. That is our show. We'd like to thank our very special guest this evening, LaShonda Sassy, Arizona Vikes gal.
Thank you very much, Bob. It was a blast being with you guys.
Our Skull
Thank
sister.
you for coming on.
I'll
This
see
is-
you tomorrow night, OBM.
Yeah, when you see
You got my number, right? You got my number. I sent you a PM. Make sure you text me when you get to the stadium. We'll be in the lot with all the grass there. I can't remember what they call that lot, right off front there.
Yep, I got you. Number, we'll be in the orange lot. I'll be looking for you.
when you see Obi, I'm tomorrow, kick him in the nuts for me, will you?
I don't think that's going to happen, Virgil. Not until after he buys me my beer, at least.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. How about like you called lost or what is best thing? Where's my free beer? Where's my free beer? Where's my free beer? Right. That's right. Get a buy to you firsthand. And when he does, okay, then don't kick him in the nuts.
I won't do it.
Thank you, TV. Thank you, TV.
Well, I must say this. Week 14 of our show. Sassy, first.
Rocking on.